W49BA Sports, Aaron Mraz here with Tony Balovic, and tonight we're at Johnstown High School where the Johnstown Surbills are taking on the South Glens Falls Bulldogs. And both teams we have seen so far this year, earlier we saw South Glens Falls invade the Red Dragons, and Gloversville coming away with a victory. And Johnstown playing some good ball, and we should look possible big victory for tonight for Johnstown. We should also note that Johnstown has got themselves still in a race of the Foothills Council. I believe they're only one game out of Foothills Council. They had a big win last week over Stillwater, avenging an earlier loss in non-league action. And Tony, we've seen both teams so far this year, and what do we look for from both Johnstown and South High?
I'm looking forward to being up-tempo again. Glens Falls got into the high-tempo game with Gloversville, and it seemed to be to their advantage. Johnstown likes to play that kind of game with Ruggieri. Ruggieri likes to push the ball up the floor and Marky Wilson. So I'm looking for this to be a high-scoring, maybe up-tempo game tonight.
Okay, a couple of key players for the Bulldogs. Pat Morrissey, a good ball handler for South High. Todd Gathio, he'll be their big scorer. They look to get the ball in his hands a lot. He'll shoot the three, and that's something I mentioned in the three that South High did a lot in Gloversville. We were talking about how a team can live and die with a three. They took an awful lot of threes. They went cold, and really probably cost them the game, that and the foul line.
That and the foul line. South Glens Falls seems to be weak at the foul line, and Gloversville was perfect from the line tonight that they played them, so it could be the factor again tonight. Johnstown hasn't been real good at shooting from the foul line. They've been 50-50, hot or cold. So, and like you said before, South High shoots a lot of three-pointers, so you can see if they're hot, they're going to be giving Johnstown a lot of problems with the three-point shot.
Johnstown really putting together some good numbers so far, and really they've got a strong team. If they can really come together in these last few weeks, they could go into the sectionals with some momentum. Some key players in Tim Corbett and Rich Willard inside, a couple of big men inside, and that's when South High played Gloversville, that's how they got themselves back into the game when they got down by a dozen, was getting the inside game of Kevin Palumsi inside, getting the ball down on the blocks, and he was doing some scoring inside, and I think they may have some trouble. Corbett, physical player, and Rich Willard, by all means, a good all-around player.
Well, another thing with this Johnstown team, they don't have one set hero. Every game has been somebody new pulling them out. First couple games was Corbett and Willard, and when they went to Stillwater last week, they Abdella led the scoring and led the game. So, and then there's been games with Mark Wilson's been the leader on the floor. So, of course, can't forget Dan Ruggieri also.
Dave's been off and on all year, but when he is on, he can be one tough guy to handle. And I think we can look for Johnstown. They're probably going to be mixing their defenses up, trying to cause a lot of turnovers, some full court pressure, possibly some trapping down low. So we got to look for a aggressive defense from Johnstown. And then on the offensive end, they've really shown some good signs, taking care of the basketball, putting it in the right hands. They share the ball well. They really do good teamwork, and they're not afraid to give up the pass, especially Mark Wilson. You can't say enough about Mark Wilson and what he's done for this team in controlling. Not a real big score, but I'm sure if you looked at the assist column, you'd really count a lot of them.
By far, he leads the team by far with assists. He's not afraid to look. That's the continuity of the squad here. They've played together for years, and they know each other well by now. So they know where everybody's going and when they're making their moves. So that helps them a lot.
Okay, we'll look at some good things then in tonight's game. We'll be back for the tip-off in the start of the Johnstown Surbills and the South Glens Falls Bulldogs. From Johnstown High, Aaron Mraz, Tony Balovic. Okay, we're back here at Johnstown High School, getting the starting lineup for the South Glens Falls Bulldogs. Some of the key players that we mentioned for the Bulldogs coming out on the floor, and Colby Ruby, number 40, number 50, Kevin Palumsi, number 14, Pat Morrissey, number 26, Todd Castillo, and number 32, Chris Tremblay.
Okay, for the Johnstown Surbills, we have number 20, Mark Wilson. We got Bobby Abdella, number 12. Senior co-captain Jerry, number 71. Junior, number 43, Richard Willard. Number 31, starting at center, Tim Corbett.
Okay, Johnstown coming out with a strong starting five here. We got a decent crowd on hand for the Johnstown section. South Glen Falls not as packed over there, but we've seen nice here. Both sides have been filled to the brim here as we get ready now for the national anthem. Okay, as we get ready now for the tip-off, and I'm not sure who the national anthem was sung by, but it was sung a good rendition of. As throughout the year here so far during the basketball games, we've seen several good young ladies come on to sing the national anthem. Okay.
Willard would jump center.
Palunsky will jump for South High. The tip is controlled by the Bulldogs of South High. Morrissey brings it across for South High. Jafiel with the ball. He'll give it up to Ruby. Wilson on him. They're playing a man-to-man defense. Wilson knocks away, but Ruby gets it right back. He'll cross for it to Jafiel. He'll pull up for the jumper. He's a shot off the back rim, no good. And Wilson comes down with a rebound for Johnstown.
He is all over the court. Strong defensively, but he's in there and gets the rebound.
Johnstown showing that weave as Willard pulls up for the shot off the back rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. As Johnstown out to the early score here, 2-0, as we just begin the first quarter action. Johnstown still man-to-man. Abdella guarding Morrissey. We're seeing that weave by the both teams now. Second opposite and weaving it. As that was Ruby hitting the jumper at the foul line to tie the score at 2. Southside giving a little full court pressure.
These two teams compare to be playing the same type of game tonight. The tempo with the hard defense.
Again, Willard's going to drive line. He'll fake, give it back up to Wilson. He'll fake, stop. Give it back up to Jerry. Jerry looks drive the lane, tries to feed inside, gets it knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Morrissey. As he'll bring it down. Palunsky, nobody on him, trying to take it to the hole. He's going to back up Willard. He pulls away for the fallaway jumper. No good. Rebound by Willard. Probably should have kept right there and going to hold that. Long down the pass to Ruggieri. Ruggieri will hold the first layup off the glass and in. Nice look by Wilson to get it down the floor behind that defense of South High.
Again, this is something that the Johnstown team does well. They look for each other well and they pass the ball well.
This Ruby pulls up another jumper. So Ruby has both points here for South High as they'll tie the game at 4.
Off the shot, yeah. Looks like he was off balance when he came.
Wilson taking a hold, gets it knocked away, gets his own ball back again loose. Fight for the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds, and South High will keep possession. As Wilson trying to take it to the hole and dish it off. It was knocked away, and he couldn't get it back. Johnstown showing a little white pressure in the backcourt. Again, they go into their weave. Ruby again pulls up with a jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, loose ball. Morrissey comes up with it for South High. Feed inside to Garcia. His turnaround jumper is good. As South High takes their first lead of the game, 6-4 with 5:18 mark. Adello bring it across for Johnstown. As they'll set their offense up. Again, look at the weave. That's Dell with a shot. His shot, no good. South High with the rebound. They've got it out and running. Morrissey takes it to the field. The field take. He'll take it to the hole. His shot is up off the back of the rim, no good. And Willard brings it down for Johnstown. Johnstown now bringing it to the other end to Ruggieri. Ruggieri with a nice pass. That's called running the lanes, and a nice pass by Ruggieri to Corbett, and Corbett will get the bucket. That's what we were saying earlier. They're just so unselfish. They just give the ball up for the easiest bucket. As Ruby now, his jumper no good. Rebound by Wilson. Wilson again is out and running. He'll get it knocked away, but he'll get it off to Ruggieri. Nice feed to Corbett. His shot is up and in. So Ruggieri doing the job as he's got two nice passes so far, but Wilson the key factor, and he's getting that ball out and running.
Maybe throw those things nice.
Three-point shot is good by Morrissey at the top of the key. That's that three-point shot that we said earlier. They're not afraid to take them. If you notice, we were watching them during warm-up. That's all they were doing. They had a line right around the three-point line, and the whole team was just out there shooting.
Well, most teams are warm up at the foul line.
Look at that door. Nice back door by Willard. If you read that in the Jerry, with 3 straight assists there, and giving the Johnstown Bills a 10-9 lead.
Most teams will warm up at the foul line, not the South High. They're warming up around the three-point line.
The field comes right baseline. He'll have to bring it back out. Morrissey with it now. Pulls it up. Finds himself in trouble, but he'll pull up for the jumper. His shot off the back of the no good. Rebound by Pettis. Up and in. So Bert Pettis with a big offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Wilson with a back door to Corbett. And good call for an offensive foul. Wilson not happy with that call. And it was, if he just went straight up with that, he might have driven the foul, but he kind of lowered his shoulder on that one. So that basket's no good. Nice play, though, by Johnstown.
We got a substitution. Adela came out, and Dunlap is in.
The field, squaring it down the court. He'll give it up to Ruby. Ruby tries to get across court to Pettis, but it's kicked away by Johnstown. 3:07 on the clock, first quarter. The field, back to Morrissey. Morrissey will pick a three-pointer, no good. Loose ball. As there'll be a foul called on South High on the rebound. That was on Pettis. Both teams now with a foul apiece. Bulldogs still in a man-to-man defense. Back door to Wilson. Wilson will feed it to Corbett, and he'll bring it back to Ruggieri. Ruggieri will drive the lane, pull up with a short jumper, and he'll get the roll as he puts Johnstown on top, 12-11, 2:42 on the clock here in the first quarter. Johnstown now going to some more full-court pressure zone this time as the Bulldogs will beat it and pull it back out and set their offense up. As Johnstown now pulling themselves into a 3-2 zone. Gafield drives the lane off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound. He'll lose it out of bounds. As Johnstown will keep possession here as they come up with the loose ball. And Johnstown, like you said, kind of mixed up their defense a little bit. They went from man, pulled into a zone.
Bobby Abdallah in for Mark Wilson. Trying to keep the players fresh here.
It's been a good pace up and down the floor so far here in the first quarter. Dunlap in for Johnstown. He's running the show. He'll give it up to Corbett. Corbett at the post to Willard. Willard will give it to Dunlap. Dunlap to Ruggieri. Ruggieri looking to drive the lane. Pulls up for the jumper at the foul line. He'll get it. So Ruggieri starting the first quarter on fire, giving the ball up with some assists, and now he's hit 2 buckets in a row.
Well, they can't get that pass up. They can't. If they're going to press
at that time. He could take it to the hole. Morrissey goes for the jumper, no good. Fight for the ball. Abdella with the loose ball. He picks it up, brings it across for Johnstown over to Dunlap. Dunlap thinks nowhere to go. He has to give it up. And South High playing a scrappy defense as well as Johnstown. South High still in their man-to-man defense. Adele will take it to the hole, high off the glass. He can't get the roll. Comes down with it. The field of South Glen Falls. He's going to take it coast to coast. His shot is up and in. As he just beat Dunlap on that one. And now the field comes up with the loose ball. He's running both ends of the floor now. He'll give it up to Ruby. Ruby will pull up for the jumper off the front of the rim. No good. Corbett with the rebound. He'll outlet it to Geary. We're under a minute to go now in the first quarter. Johnstown's going to go to the lead.
Johnstown got sloppy the last couple trips down. They got to play their game plan. They can't let South High dictate what's going on here.
Nice feed to Corbett on the baseline from Abdella. He fakes and he goes up off the glass and in. So good play by Abdella, giving it up to Corbett. As Johnstown now on top, 16-13. DeFeo gives it to Morrissey. Rubio drive the lane, pull up for the jumper, no good. Rebound by Corbett. Outlet to Abdella to Dunlap down the floor. He'll give it to Willard. Willard to lay it up off the glass. You put a team together passing like that, you just can't beat them. And Johnstown showed it in that first quarter. So ending the first quarter play here, Johnstown High. Johnstown on top of the South Glen Falls Bulldogs, 18-13, and we'll be back for second quarter action. Okay, so we come back to action here in the second quarter. Johnstown with the first possession here in the second quarter.
Both teams playing good hard defense. Not a lot of silly fouls here.
Oh, Abdella will throw that one away. And Felicity with the steal. He'll run it down as South Glen Falls looking to hustle and run. Is now South Glen Falls with some good perimeter passing. And Ruby missed a three-pointer. Corbett with the rebound for Wilson.
Johnson came out with the same five, except for the only change we've got there is Litz is in for Willard.
Is now Glen Falls, South Glen Falls make it. It's going to pull into a zone, try to shut down this Johnstown offense. As Hans Litz will get the pass from Ruggieri for the short jumper, and Ruggieri doing a fine job passing the ball. As Gaffiel looks to take it to the lane, and Wilson will be called with the reach. It looked like a good pick, but the official was from behind the play, really. The lead official never even blew the whistle. 20-13 now here in the second quarter. Gaffiel with it as Johnstown still in their zone defense. Ruby to Gaffiel. South Glen Falls is going to make him slow down. Morrissey with the three-point shot. Then goes astray as Abdella comes up with the rebound. He'll bring it across for Johnstown in the corner to Ruggieri. Ruggieri will drive the lane, tries to feed Litz, and it'll be knocked out of bounds, and Johnstown will keep the possession.
That was up to Felicity. It looked like he was beat. He really got his hand on that. He got Willard back in the game for Corbett.
Abdella looks to drive. He'll give it up to Ruggieri. Ruggieri's jumper is up and nothing but net. As Ruggieri comes out on fire. Ruggieri putting together a good game so far here in the first half. Long pass to Gaffiel. He'll look to take it to the lane. Pull up for the jumper. Blocked by Wilson. Wilson's got a small run. 2-on-1. Abdella to Wilson. Back to Abdella. Abdella up off the glass and in. Good passing display here by Johnstown. As again, they got this zone, full court pressure, and this time Ruby's going to dribble through it. He'll pass it up to Gaffiel as the long pass goes astray, and Johnstown will get the ball back up by 9. Make it 11. Timeout for South High. So South High is going to call a timeout, and with that, we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back for more second quarter action from Johnstown High. Okay, as we come back to action here is a timeout called by South Glen Falls. Try to regroup here as the Johnstown full court pressure is doing their job.
Tried to listen in here a little bit on Jack Dunlap puddle. Jack told his team to be patient on the defense, on offense against the zone. And he also told them on defense to keep being aggressive.
They've showed it so far on the offensive end as they've moved the ball well. They put it in the right spot, but that pass goes astray, giving up the field with it. He'll look to drive the lane, pulls up for the jumper off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Wilson can't handle it as it'll go out of bounds to South Glen Falls. Both teams like to run the floor. They're still by Wilson. Wilson loses control as the field with the strip and save. As Wilson felt he was kind of pushed out of bounds on that. Ruby, nowhere to go. He pull up his dribble, gives it to the corner. Wilson with another steal. And Wilson's out and running for Johnstown. They still look to feed it inside. Willard puts up the loose ball. Here's where to go. As Willard running the floor as well. Gets the loose ball for the easy bucket now. 26-13. And Johnstown looking to put the game out of reach. Wilson comes up with another steal. Abdullah with the loose ball. He'll look to take it to home. Puts it on the baseline to Wilson, and he's out of bounds.
This Johnstown squad setting themselves early. They're playing a good, tough defensive game.
Steal by Ruggieri. Ruggieri in the corner. He'll bring it back up top and set the offense now as Wilson wants the ball, and he'll get it set for the Sir Bills. From that top of the key to Wilson. Wilson to the baseline to Corbett. Corbett puts it on the floor, takes it to the hole, and he gets the finger roll off the glass and in. A good move by Tim Corbett inside. It's a nice move for two players on his own. Ruby bringing it down the floor as he brings it across for South High. And this Johnstown pressure just all over the place as Ruggieri and Wilson play for the ball. Wilson comes up with it, running again. He'll pull it back out this time and reset this offense. Smart play there by Wilson. Not pushing it.
Well, again, like I said, if they called it in the huddle, they told them to take their time and play their game. Now they got the lead.
Wilson will attempt a three-pointer off the back of the rim. No good.
It's not the shot you want to run off this offense. They're getting all kinds of...
When Wilson with the steal, and this time he'll get a foul on the steal as Wilson is just all over the floor tonight.
He's giving South High a whole bunch of heartache tonight.
Yep. About 3 possessions in a row, they come up with 3 or 4 steals here. As Jerry's going to come off for a breather for Johnstown.
That's Roy in the game. And then previously on those 3 or 4 possessions, he had his hand there on at least a couple of those passes. Buck can run all night.
Willard pulls up for the jumper. He'll get it to go. As that'll put Johnstown 30 and South High 13 here in the second quarter. 3:30 on the clock. Still full court pressure by Johnstown. Finds himself in trouble and create a travel by South High, and Johnstown will get it on the turnover.
Well, this South High team is getting very, very frustrated in this game. And it shows in just the way that they're playing.
They just got to be patient and just one at a time get them back. Johnstown's just doing everything right tonight. Willard, again, he can't get the jumper to go. Corbett with a rebound as he'll lose it out of bounds. So good offensive rebound by Corbett. He couldn't control it. As Johnstown continuing their full court pressure. The field, across to Ruby. Ruby takes it to the hole. And there'll be a foul call.
We got a foul before the shot. Ball was on number 31. Tim Corbett. What's the second?
Well, Dunlap looking for the offensive like they've given them on the other end. 3:08, first quarter, 30-13. Johnstown on top, but South High will bring it out of bounds. Comes into Palunzi to the field. Morrissey. South Central Falls just got to be patient. Tries to dump it inside to Palunzi. Palunzi's shot is up and no good. Tips ball. Morrissey comes up with the loose ball. That's what they did against Gloversville. They just tried to feed it inside to the big man. Ruby fakes again, tries to put in for make it Willard, comes up with the loose ball. And Wilson's going to walk it across and try to set things up here for Johnstown. Hans Lift with it to Willard. Willard to Roy. To Lift as they continue the weave. Dunlap with it. He'll pull up for the jumper. His shot is good. As Johnstown's execution tonight is just great.
They're getting a wide open shot in the lane.
Lift with a tip ball, and it'll go out of bounds, and South High will keep possession.
Jerry in for Roy. Johnstown's just running the weave so well that they're getting the inbound, they're getting the shots right where they want them, right in the paint. Couldn't ask for a better execution.
Morrissey's going to attempt a three-pointer. His shot no good. Play for the rebound. Wilson comes up with it. He'll feed Ruggieri. Ruggieri to Willard. Willard up and in. And this was a totally different team than we saw against Loversville here in South High. There'll be a foul called. It'll be an offensive.
Pushing off.
He was kind of taking his left hand, just kind of pushing the defender away, and that was a special call there by the official. And a good call. Yep. 1:50 now on the clock in the second quarter. 34-13. In the South High is going to come up with a couple of points here in the second quarter. Make it no points. I don't think they've scored yet here in the second quarter.
Scored here in the second quarter at all.
So they've gone almost 8, make it 7 minutes without a score here. Dunlap's shot is up and in. Wide open jump shot by this Johnstown Seville team. We're wondering what the South Glen Falls is thinking.
Johnstown's on an 18-0 rip.
As Willard comes up with it, it's knocked out of his hands. They'll keep possession of it.
Johnston's got 18 points here in the second quarter. We got a minute 10 left in the quarter.
Johnstown will work the clock, work the ball, continue to look for that open jumper. South Glen Falls is going to try to go to a trap. Feed inside to Ruggieri. He can't get the shot to go. As South Glen Falls comes up with the loose ball. Golden opportunity there for Ruggieri. Ruby's going to take it to the hole. He'll put the shot up. He can't get it to go. And rebounded by Alan Fontaine, and he'll be fouled as they'll go to the line and shoot two.
Took some words there exchange on the court between number 40 and Colin Ruby and Dan Jerry.
No take.
That foul was on the Jerry. That'll be his first.
Ruby comes off. Morrissey comes on. Fourth down high. As Rob Fontaine will go on and shoot two. His first shot no good. Is it yet to get on the board here in the second quarter? And we're seeing in the pregame, Johnstown can put themselves together. We see tonight how well they can play. If they can continue that pace for the next couple of weeks going into sectionals, they could be tough. Second shot off the rim, no good. Wilson with a takeaway. And Conley come down with the rebound for Glen Falls, and Wilson just stripped it away. Backdoor attempt to Ruggieri. Gafio up with the ball. He'll take it to the hole. His off the glass, no good. Fight for his own rebound, and he's knocked over by his own player, and he had to call for the travel.
So he didn't like that call. I don't think he knew who hit him.
Yeah. His own man come running right through and hit him and knocked him over.
He had to work with the official.
He's lucky he didn't get called for the offensive foul there. Wilson tried to draw the offensive foul.
He was playing it. That was a good charge.
Willard in the corner to Ruggieri as we're down to 10 seconds. Dunlap fakes. He'll pull it in. One-handers up. No good. Nice looking by Mark Wilson.
That's his first point of the game, but boy, I'll tell you, he contributed more than he was this game.
He went up high for that one. And a standing O by the Johnstown fans as they held South High scoreless as we go into halftime. 38-13, Johnstown on top, and we'll be back with some halftime stats. Okay, as we Welcome back to Johnstown High School, W49 BA Sports, and we're here for some halftime stats. We can say there's probably not much on the South High end, but what do we have?
Well, we got, that second quarter was dominated by Johnstown solely. They went on a 20-0 run here. Rich Willard's leading the way with 12, and you got Dan Ruggieri following up with 8, and Dan's got a good bunch of assists to Richie on a lot of those. Tim Corbett's got 6. Abdella and Dunlap both have 4. Wilson and Smith both have 2. But again, the scoring end of it doesn't show half of what Mark Wilson's done in that first half. Mark Wilson was all over the court defensively. He had a hand on just about every one of those passes that South High threw.
Definitely a strong performance by the whole Johnstown squad. People coming off the bench doing a fine job and giving some quality time for Coach Dunlap. And the crowd really appreciated giving the Johnstown squad a standing O as they went into the halftime. And as far as South High, they haven't got much to tell.
Ruby with 4, Gathio with 4, Pettis with 2, and Morrissey's got the only three-pointer of the game.
And they have nothing going for the second quarter. So all they're scoring done in the first quarter is they had a 5-point behind by 5. And now they've got their work cut out for them. I'm sure Johnstown's just going to try to take care of the basketball, work the basketball on the offensive end, and continue that defensive pressure. And I'm sure they're willing or knowing that South High is just going to look one shot at a time, trying to get themselves back into this game.
I got a good look at the shot chart being set down below us here before the halftime. Johnstown's shots, I'd say a good 90% of the shots are all coming from in the paint or within a foot out. So, I mean, if Johnstown keeps running the way they're playing, they're in excellent position to keep the lead. South High, on the other hand, I'm looking for Valanci to start pulling up and shooting a little more. And also, Gathio hasn't tried a 3 yet this game, and I'm surprised because when we saw him out in Florida, he was the leader at 3-point shot.
I'm sure they're going to see an entourage, but they're just going to continue to throw the 3 up, because that's one way they can get themselves back into this game. And Johnstown's got to be aware of that. I'm sure that Coach Dunlap's going to have them ready, and they're going to be defending that 3-point line here in the second half. So we'll come back with more action here from Johnstown High School as we're at the halftime with Johnstown on top of South Glens Falls, 38-13, and we'll be back for third quarter action. As we come back for the start of the third quarter, fans on their feet here to start the third quarter off, and I'm sure they want to see more of this great performances so far by the Sir Bills.
Okay, both squads are out with their starting 5 again.
South High will get the first possession here of the third quarter.
See if South High can get over the frustration that they showed in the second quarter.
And they're going to be defending that 3-point line. Skip past the Gathio. He'll drive the lane, pull up for the jumper, and it's up and in. So after having trouble in the second quarter, they come out and score right away. And again, they're going to show that full court pressure. Wilson gives it up to Willard. Willard to bring it across for Johnstown into Corbett. Corbett to Ruggieri.
He's not afraid to take the 3 either.
No. Ruggieri with a good spinning move down the lane. His shot no good, but he'll get the tip no good. Plays for the rebound. Comes up with it by number 34, Pettis. He'll drive it down the lane, and then he'll bring it back out to Ruby. Johnstown showing their 3-2 zone in the corner to Morrissey. Morrissey will skip it over to Gathio. Gathio take the 3. His shot nothing but air. Morrissey with the rebound though. And Wilson goes up high for the rebound for Johnstown. Now he's going to push it down the floor. He'll give it up to Corbett. In the corner to Ruggieri. Ruggieri will fake. He'll pull up for the jumper, and it's up and in. So Ruggieri with a good fake, taking it to the hole as he'll get the first bucket in the second half for Johnstown. Johnstown continuing their full court pressure. Gathio with it. He'll feed it into Pettis. Pettis shot is up and in. So South High is coming out right away scoring. Corbett brings it across for the Sir Bills. Knocked away by Gathio, and Corbett with a hustle and play knocked away from Gathio, but Johnstown will keep possession.
Field didn't like that call.
Abdella will bring it across for Johnstown, guarded by Ruby. Corbett to Ruggieri. Ruggieri looks to take it to the hole. He'll have to bring it back out. Gives it up to Abdella. Abdella to Corbett. Corbett puts it on the floor. Fakes. His shot is up. He'll be called for a foul or a travel.
That was a good call. He pulled his pivot foot.
South High now brings it down. Garcia with a hip fake. Nowhere to go. Pull it out to Ruby. Ruby shot is up and in. So 3 baskets here early in the third quarter for South High. Is now 40-19. They're trying to claw their way back in. And now we have an over and back call. And Coach Dunlap is going to call for a timeout and resettle this Johnstown squad as he can't afford to give up too many points here. And we'll be back for after this timeout. Okay, as we come back after the timeout, 5:46 on the clock in the third quarter, 40-19. Sir Bill's on top of the Bulldogs.
Hey, we got Jack Dunlap telling their team in the huddle. They're getting lethargic. They got the big lead and they're sitting back on it. They can't do it. So they still got to come out and be aggressive.
Castillo's baseline jumper, no good. Willard with the rebound, and he'll be fouled by Morrissey. And Morrissey will be called for the foul. Sir Bill's now got to continue to handle the pressure here that South High is going to give them all second half. Abdella with it. Bringing it across, guarded by Ruby. Abdella will be fouled by Ruby. And that's the second team foul for South High. Again, Abdella bringing it across for Johnstown. Johnstown looking to take care of the ball here, trying to get some good possession shots. Willard to Abdella as they're working the weed. Continual motion by this Johnstown offense, and Willard pulls up with a jumper, no good. Play for the rebound, and lost. Handle was lost by Corbett. As South High comes up with yet another missed chance by Johnstown. Ruby driving the lane. He'll pull up for the shot, no good. Blocked by Corbett. He'll get it. Gives it up to Wilson. Now Wilson will bring it across for Johnstown. And this is where they got to have the ball in that guy's hands.
They just got to work for the shot. They're getting lazy here. They're not coming to the ball hard.
Steal by Pettis. He couldn't get the layup to go, but a good foul by Ruby as he'll put the bucket up and in. Now 40-21. South High feeling a little momentum going their way here, trying to claw back into this game.
Johnstown's getting lazy. Like I said, they got to come to the ball. They got to play like you're down.
Yeah, they got to play just to score. They got to play to win. They can't keep playing not to lose. They got to continue what's been working for them. Right there it is. Willard pulls up with a jumper in the lane. 42-21 now. Johnstown still on top. South High is pushing the ball down the floor. Good hustle and play by Wilson. He almost went with a steal.
He tried Corbett with it. The ball came out of his hands. Hit Corbett right in the chest.
Morrissey will attempt the three, and he'll get it. Pat Morrissey with the three-point attempt is now, they're continually cutting into this Johnstown lead. They'll go back into the lead. Abdella looks to feed inside to Corbett. Corbett gets it. He pulls his shot up, and he'll get it to go. Corbett with a strong move to the hole. He'll fouled by number 20, Todd Gastillo. So Corbett's going to go to the line and try to answer the three of Morrissey here with his own homemade three-point play.
Johnstown's playing a good hand. Any fouls so far this half. Southside's got 3.
Corbett's shot is up and in. I think it's Johnstown 21-point lead.
That's the man. He's the one that he's got a good shot from that foul line.
Wilson tries to steal, misses it. Morrissey from the corner goes to feet inside as Missouri comes up with the steal, loses the handle to Abdella. Abdella pulls up for the jumper, no good. Pettis with the rebound, and he'll be fouled on the rebound by Willard. Abdella needed to get the ball up on that one. He had somebody up ahead of him, and
he had Wilson 3 steps ahead of him.
As Dunlap will come in the game now for Johnstown.
That's Willard's first of the game. Yeah, Geller had a man. Marky Wilson was 3 or 4 steps ahead of him. He should have passed it over. Would have drawn the whole defense.
Morrissey with another three-pointer off the back of the rim. No good. Red Jerry with the ball. 1-on-3, and he's going to pull it back up. As he'll give it up to Wilson. Wilson will set the offense here. Feed into Corbett. Corbett loses the handle, but Willard comes up with the loose ball. Backdoor play to Dunlap, mishandled, and Pettis tries to get it up to Gafio, and Gafio can't handle it. It's going to go out of bounds, and Johnstown will take over.
That was a good look by Ruggieri. Dunlap started the cut, and then he stopped. He's going to start something like he was wide open heading in. He should have stayed right into it.
Ruggieri's going to pull it up with the left hand off the glass and in. So Ruggieri looking to take it to the hole. As he puts Johnstown now up by 23 as they're building their lead back. After the South High looked like they were going to try to climb their way back in. As this time Ruby will pull up for the three and he'll bury it. And we said we're going to see a lot of them. They're going to continue to shoot them because that's their only way back into this game. Jerry puts it on the floor, feeds it into Corbett. Corbett loses the handle as he tried to feed Willard. And Pettis comes up with the loose ball for South High.
Was he going to Willard or was he going back to Ruggieri? I don't know.
It's hard to say. There's just too much traffic in there. As Morrissey from the corner off the back of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Pettis comes up with it. He took it away from Willard. They'll feed Palucci inside. Palucci with the shot, and he'll be fouled. And it looks like he picked up his...
Looked like he was moving on that one.
Yeah.
Right?
Looks like he had a happy feet on that one. But he'll go to the line and shoot two.
That foul was on Ruggieri. What's his second? Boy, the second of his half for Johnstown. Yeah, I definitely think Palucci was moving around in there.
His first shot is up and in as they cut the lead to 19. Second shot off the rim, no good. Willard with the rebound. In some traffic as he'll bring it down the floor. Loose ball picked up by Ruggieri. Ruggieri's going to take it to the hole. He can't get it to go. Palucci with the rebound.
Well, that's a gimme. He's got to make those.
Good pass to Gafio. Gafio looks to drag the lane. He'll take it to the hole off the glass. Can't get the roll. Willard with the rebound, and Gafio will be called for the foul. Too good.
How about staying with that full court pressure? Try and trap on the side.
Willard brings it across, gives it up to Wilson. Johnstown patient is now South High showing a 2-3 zone. Ruggieri tried to feed it inside to Willard, mishandled. Dunlap over to Wilson. Wilson's going to set it up again. One advantage they have here is there is no shot clock, so they can take their time and run whatever play they want. Lift inside, off the back of the rim, no good. As Ruggieri hustle and play with the rebound, it goes down to 35 seconds here in the third quarter. South High can't afford to give up offensive rebounds at this point. Willard with a jumper, no good off the back of the rim. Palucci with the rebound out to Ruby. We're down to 20 seconds. Ruby changes directions. Nice feed inside to Gafio. Gafio shot is up off the back of the rim, no good. Loose ball. Gafio tries to save it. He saves it to Ruggieri. Ruggieri 2-on-1, gives it up to Dunlap. Dunlap off the glass, no good. Ruggieri comes up with the rebound. His shot is up and in. Good as that will end the third quarter here from Johnstown High School as Johnstown Seville on top of the South Glens Falls Bulldogs 49-28. I'll get it out yet, phone. And we'll be back for fourth quarter action. Yep.
There you go.
Okay, as we come back for the start of the fourth quarter, and South High with a little better quarter that time as they come up with about 15 points. But Johnstown doing the same thing as they will maintain a 21-point lead here as they start the fourth quarter. Jerry tried to backdoor it to Dunlap. It was knocked away, but Johnstown keeping possession. This time Ruby comes up with the steal, and he'll take it all the way home, lay it up and in. And South High is still going to continue a man-to-man full-court pressure as Abdella's going to try to bring it across for Johnstown.
Johnstown can't get lazy here. They got to play to win.
If they're just putting the ball in Ruggieri's hand, I'll tell you, there's nobody on that floor that's going to stop him when he puts it down. He just accelerates so fast. You know, he's got that little hesitation, and he'll just accelerate right by you.
That was on credit. 32 seconds. As Dunlap comes out of the game.
Wilson will bring it inbounds for Johnstown. He'll feed Corbett on the blocks. Corbett fakes. His shot is up and in. Tim Corbett with a strong move inside.
Wilson gets a hand on that ball. That was a nice defensive play.
Hey, he's anticipating real well tonight, and he's reading where that ball's going to go, and he just takes away every pass on passing lane for South High.
Like I said, in the first half, he had a hand on about every one of the passes.
21-point lead for Johnstown. 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Morrissey's going to take a three-pointer in the corner. No good. Tafiel with the rebound off the glass and in. So Tafiel with an offensive rebound for South High. Wilson looking to take it to the hole. Here's one-handers off the rim. No good. Ruby comes up with it. He'll bring it down for South High as it's tipped away by Corbett. And South High will keep possession.
Wilson went to the floor on that play. Came up, hold his head. Looks like somebody smacked him in the back of the head on the shot. Been a lot of trash talking on this game.
Yeah, they've been really talking it back and forth. As Ruby's long three-pointer, no good. Morrissey with the long rebound. He'll feed Ruby going to the lane. Ruby's shot is up and in, and he'll be fouled. Strong move by Ruby to the hole. And he'll be fouled by Richard Willard.
Only his second.
And they'll cut into that Johnstown lead. 17-point lead now for Johnstown. This shot is no good as Ruggieri comes down with a loose ball for Johnstown. And he'll bring it across. Set it up now, Wilson will for Johnstown. Again, Johnstown into their weave. Backdoor to Abdella, and he'll lose the handle on it. It'll go out of bounds to South High.
Let Dunlap get ready to come in for Abdella.
Coach Dunlap getting a little nervous here. South High now starting to get back into the game. Abdella with the steal, and he'll have to give it up as he was going out of bounds. Three-point shot is up, no good. Rebound by Willard. Willard will be fouled. That's the field. That'll be his fourth. Key player here for South High.
This is true. That's his score. Dunlap comes in the game for Abdella.
Willard sets it up for Johnstown to Corbett.
Ooh, we got away with the travel there.
Johnstown really doing some good backdooring against this overplaying of South High.
Jerry was wide open cutting the lane.
But he's inside to Dunlap. Back to Wilson. Jerry with it. He'll put it on the floor, take it to the hole, and he'll be fouled. And you just can't stop him. He's got the quickness and he's got the ability to leap. And Feel some talk going on the floor here between Wilson and Morrissey this time. Morrissey will go out.
Who was that? I didn't get who that last foul was.
I believe it was on Ruby. I'm not sure.
Yep.
And Jerry will get the first one. He stops the short run here by South High.
South High's in the 1-1 now.
Second shot by Jerry is good. 53-34 at the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Johnstown all over this South High Bulldog team as they've given all they could handle, and the second quarter was the big key here for Johnstown. Three-point attempt by Haskell, no good as Corbett comes down with it. Wilson to Ruggieri. Ruggieri's going to pull it back out now and work some time off the clock. Continuing to weave, Johnstown is, they're going to be patient.
Boy, what a nice job he's doing here.
They really take care of the ball. I mean, they're just being patient and back door to Willard. And that's what happens. Oh, being very patient on that offensive end, coming up with the easy bucket.
What a nice look by Mark Wilson. He's been doing that all night, too.
Ruby with the three-pointer. His shot is good. 18-point lead now for Johnstown. And they're just going to take their time bringing it up. As time now is on their side. They go back into the weave. Ruggieri with a nice double pump. Can't get the goal. Gets his own rebound up and in. So Dan Ruggieri with a fine performance tonight, both offensively and assists and defensively.
Mark Wilson gets a piece of it and knocks it out of bounds. Derek Roy in for Brad Dunlap. Quick Dunlap, excuse me.
.329 on the clock. Fourth quarter, Ruby's three-pointer, no good. Rebound by LaFontaine, and he'll be fouled. Wilson will be the victim of that one.
It's Wilson's second.
As LaFontaine will go to the line and shoot two.
Both coaches starting to put in some of the reserve now.
LaFontaine, first shot goes.
10-10, it's 10-4 right now.
Second shot by LaFontaine, no good. A fight for the rebound is in the game, number 30, Lewis Durham, and he got that shot blocked and knocked away. As South High will keep possession. Ruby at the top of the key. He'll pull up for a three-point. Blocked by Ruggieri. He'll give it up ahead to Wilson. Wilson will lose the handle, but Roy will pick up the loose ball. His shot is up. No good as he almost got the shot to go.
Nice ball movement again. Johnstown beyond South is passing the ball. Looks like Mark giving it off his foot.
Yeah, he lost possession. He was out ahead of the pack, and Roy with a good hustle and play picked up the loose ball, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. His shot off the back of the rim, no good. 3:04 on the clock in the fourth quarter. His second shot, he'll get the roll. Ruby brings it across for South High. In the corner to Haskell. Haskell gets it knocked away by Wilson. Wilson will give it up to Roy. Roy will take the jumper off the glass. No good. And Ruggieri with the rebound. No good. Still a fight for the ball. Ruggieri comes up with it again. This shot is up. No good. Ruby comes out with it, and he'll be fouled by Willard. Ruggieri just all over the boards that time, scrapping for the ball, but he couldn't come up with the loose ball.
And for Johnstown, we got Dave Salmon coming in for Richie Willard, and we got Bobby Abdallah in for Mark Wilson. Willard gets an round of applause from the fans as he comes out. He's had a heck of a game.
Trombley on the baseline with it for South High. He'll give it up to Haskell. Haskell attempts a three, nothing but air that time as the flame comes down with it for Johnstown. Abdallah brings it across.
Johnstown going to run that weave.
There's 2:15 on the clock now as Ruggieri is fouled by number 30, Lewis Durham. And Ruggieri will go to the line and shoot.
Okay, coming to the game, we have Tim Sparrow in for Bobby Abdallah. It looks like Adrian Garfolo is going to come in for Ruggieri. Just done shooting here.
Ruggieri shot up, no good. As Haskell comes with the loose ball, he'll feed it on the baseline to Mike Laney. Laney with a fake puts it up and in. Bill bringing it down for Ruggieri. Under 2 minutes now to go. Back door to Farrell can't get the shot to go as Laney comes up with the loose ball for South High. Laney to plays a no-look pass into LaFontaine. He is fouled
by 42, Chad McLean. So Adrian Garfolo comes in from Dan Jerry and Steve Aldrich in for Derek Roy.
Strong performance tonight by the Johnstown Sir Bills. Their great teamwork has allowed them to build a big lead here in the second quarter, and they were able to maintain that through the second half. As LaFontaine's first shot, he can't get it to go as he struggled at the line tonight. Second shot is up and in. As we have a fight for the ball, and there'll be a jump ball, and South High will get possession. As they've cut the lead to 17 here, 1:32 on the clock in the fourth quarter. And there'll be a timeout on the floor with 1:32 on the clock. We'll be back after this timeout with Johnstown on top of South High, 58-41. Okay, as we
for fine family dining in the heart.
Laney gets it knocked away by Aldrich, and he'll hit it off of his own foot.
Aldrich looks to be a promising star in the next couple of years, or next year for Johnstown.
Laney's three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Raya. Raya's going to bring it down for Johnstown, and he's going to call for a travel.
Okay, some of these guys that are in the game now, their nerves are up because they don't see a heck of a lot of playing time.
Three-point shot by Haskell, no good. Rebound by LaFontaine. His shot's no good as he'll be fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot two. First shot by Ron Fontaine goes. 58-42 now. Good chance for the subs here of Johnstown to get some playing time. Like you said, I'm sure they're a little bit nervous out there. As Sparrow will bring it across for Johnstown, or try to anyways. He gets it knocked away. He gives up to Aldrich. Aldrich to Samick. To Sparrow. Garfolo in the corner with it. He'll give it back up to Sparrow. Under a minute now to go.
That's not trying to run that weed.
Garfolo tries to feed inside to Elia, but it's knocked away, and Laney comes up with a loose ball, but he'll lose it out of bounds. Johnstown will keep possession. Garfolo looks to drive the baseline. His shot is up, no good. Play for the rebound. Aldrich comes up with it. He'll try to go up and shoot for him. He'll be fouled by LaFontaine, and Steve Aldrich will go to the line and shoot two. Aldrich's first shot, no good. Got actually no rotation on that ball whatsoever.
He's nervous. You can see he's nervous. This is a kid that I see working out on the outdoor courts all the time. Whenever it's nice out, he's out there shooting.
First next shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Right, almost with the offensive rebound. It goes off of a South High player, and Johnstown will keep possession. Bell brings it in for Johnstown. Tries to feed into Aldrich. Gets knocked away. Durham into Laney. Laney is fouled as he went to the hole. 19 seconds now on the clock.
Fouls on Elia.
And Laney will go to line and shoot two. Laney's first shot off the front of the rim. 19 seconds, 58-42, Johnstown on top. Second shot is in, but it's no good. We have a violation as we're over the line. Ball comes down to Elia. Elia with it. He knows to take it to the hole, knocked away as he loses the handle on it, but he'll be fouled.
Good goal, line for 1-1.
LaFontaine with the foul, so Elia will go to line and shoot. Shot rolls around, no good. LaFontaine with the rebound for South High to Laney. Laney sees it up to Haskell. Haskell will take it to the hole. Tries the left hand, no good. As Samick throws it down court. South High with the loose ball. Shot on the buzzer, no good. As they don't end the game here from Johnstown High School. As Johnstown High handles the South Glen Falls Bulldogs handily, 58-42. And a strong performance tonight by all the Johnstown players, offensively and defensively. If we get our statistician here, we're working up some numbers.
For Johnstown, we have Rich Willard with 16. Dan and Jerry led the whole team with 18. Timmy Corbett with 11. Just goes to show that they play the big man of the scoring foundation for this team. For the rest of the team, we've got Dunlap had 4, Abdallah had 4, Rich had 2, Wilson had 2, and Derek Roy had 1. For South High, we had Ruby with 18, Castillo with 8, Morrissey with 6, Pettis 4, LaFountain 3, Laney 2, and Palumsi only had 1 point on the game tonight.
A big factor there for South High as they couldn't get the ball inside to him. Johnstown shutting that down as he was a key factor in their comeback against Gloversville. They ended up losing that game, but they had a strong comeback to get back into that game. So really, you got to hope that Johnstown now can keep this momentum going here as they come down to their final 3 or 4 games of the season and enter into sectionals. With a performance like tonight, they can really get them geared up.
If they keep playing like this, they're gonna carry well. Being only a game out, they should do well in the foothills. Like Jack Dunlap has said before, that this foothills council this year is so close that, you know, only a game or two is going to separate the top first 3 places. So,
well, you can only hope that. We wish them well, and we will be on the air again next week, so we hope you join us here for W49 BA Sports from Johnstown High School. Again, the final score, Johnstown 58, South Glens Falls 42. Aaron Mraz and Tony Valovic say thanks for joining us, and join us next week as we continue with area high school basketball.
Game with each other in the standings. 2 of those 6 met up in Johnstown tonight with the homestanding Sir Bills in the white playing host to Queensbury. This figured to be a close one, but you can forget it. Number 21, Dan Ruggiero, lit up the scoreboard for a game-high 22 points and leading Johnstown to an easy 57-33 win. Queensbury likes to fire those bombs from outside, and tonight their failure killed them. They were 0 for 17 from behind the line. Coach Jack Dunlap not enamored with the officiating tonight, but there was little else to find fault with in an easy Johnstown win. In Watervliet, the Cannoneers won their 8th consecutive Colonial Council championship and went to 17-0 on the season with a 66-58 win over stubborn Waterford. Don Fruscio had 20. Jason Davis was murdered on the boards with 18 points and 21 rebounds. George Mardigan and his crew are truly amazing. Now let's take a look at the rest of tonight's reported scores.